Hey, Wemberg World Entertainment, and we have a new problem with the hologram Sam, because they've just killed her off to bring her back, and now the executive producers are trying to compare her to, yeah, you've guessed it, Spock. And we have massive issues, especially for what the next 2 episodes could introduce, because if she reacts the exact same as she's been doing for the past 7 episodes, or 8 episodes, I should say, then they've changed nothing. Absolutely nothing. The first issue you have is the fact that they were killing her off because there was no repairing her. That's what they said. Her memories were only that of 4 months, or at this stage they said 7 months, I believe, and she built up too much and there was no repairing that. This is what they actually say, so listen to this. I want you to hear this.
The damage is beyond repair. There is no saving her.
Okay, so the damage is too great that she cannot be fixed. That's what they said. Cannot be fixed. And yet they fix her. And the way they fix her is to give her a childhood. So where she's 7 months old here, she has to live a 17-year life. And of course, on the planet Cask, time moves differently. What takes 17 years will take mere days on outside of our world and stuff like that. But let's look at what the co-showrunner and executive producer Noga Landau has to say about this, because it's just ridiculous. And this character is ridiculous. The fact that she's meant to be 17 years of age, but she's in fact 4 months old when we meet her, but she acts like a retarded 5-year-old. Tells you everything. But it says here, hail and farewell to Sam 1.0 and welcome Sam 2.0. That's how Starfleet Academy showrunner Noga Landau summarizes the last act of The Life of the Stars, the anti-penultimate episode of the newest Star Trek show's first season. Co-written by series creator Gaia Viola, the hour-long installment kills off series alchemation Mel, or Sam, the retarded hologram cadet played by Kirsty Brooks, who was wounded during the USS Mawazaki attack in the 6th episode. But, like a certain Vulcan officer who died, and lived again centuries before, Sam returns at the end of the episode. No searching or sequel required. Yes, so they're trying to say she's Spock for this world. But, just like the resurrected Spock was a different person than his predecessor, this rebooted Sam has some distinct differences with its past model. We called them Sam 1.0 and Sam 2.0 in the writer's room, Landau said. Instead of only being a couple months old like Sam 1.0, Sam 2.0 gets to live 17 years, a whole childhood. The first question you'd ask is, why didn't you write the character like that in the first place? Those creators literally said, it took us 2 centuries to create her, and it took you 279 days to kill her. And the reason she actually was damaged and stuff was because they didn't program her with a full life, she couldn't process trauma. Yeah, why a hologram is suffering from trauma, don't know, but that was the answer. So that's the bargaining that Starfleet Academy Chancellor Nala Ake and the Institute's holographic doctor struck with Sam's makers on Kesh, a place that exists outside of conventional space and time. 3 Earth days translates to 5 Cascane years, which means that the Doctor also adds some mileage to his already millennia-long existence while he watches Sam 2.0 grow up. But it's a sacrifice he's willing to make at Nala's prompting, and at his own realization that detaching himself emotionally from others isn't the key to a long, happy life.
You're so goddamn bored you gotta invent things to bitch about. You haven't got a single thing on this earth to do except for your hair.
The funny thing is, he also says that Ake is like, the only part that makes my, immortal existence bearable is not having to love others. It's like, dude, you could turn your program off. You could, like, if he could program himself to age, you could program it to self-destruct, basically. So you could actually pass away. This idea that he's immortal is ridiculous. But again, they're talking about, well, this is a new, different Sam, and yet when we're introduced back to her at the end, she seems like the same Sam. And if she's just as retarded as she's been for these past 8 episodes, where she's talking about she wants to be able to fall on her ass and stuff like this, and want to eat even though she doesn't, and get craving, all this stupid shit. It's the fact that if she acts anything like that, then they haven't changed her at all. And I guarantee you they haven't changed her at all, because in fact the character of Sam was written in such a way that when they met, what's her name, Kirsty Brooks, whatever the actress's name is, they went, oh, she's a ball of energy, and changed the character to fit her. So she's basically playing herself, which isn't saying a hell of a lot now, is it? But remember, they specifically said she cannot be fixed because the memories are buggered. She would have to lose the memories. They'd have to start from scratch. Except when the doctor says, I'll parent her, I'll stay here and watch her grow for the 17 years because it'll only be a few days outside of this world, and by the time we return to Starfleet Academy, only a couple of weeks will have passed. And yet, the makers who said she can't be fixed and her memories would be like destroyed and stuff, respond with this.
You understand the implications, Doctor. She will be different. She will have 2 sets of memories. One from her first life, the 209 days she spent at Starfleet Academy.
So, which is it? Is it she can't be fixed because her memories are corrupted and stuff now, that she can't process them? Or is it she can be fixed, but she'll have 2 sets of memories? She'll have the new set, and she'll have her old set. It made no sense. It was like, you guys really didn't even pay attention to your own writing with this episode. How do you put it down that she cannot be fixed? There's no fixing this character, to we can completely fix the character. It made absolutely no sense. It was like running into a brick wall when you were watching it. And it's just this idea that, oh, they now are going to try and compare her to Spock. To try and say, oh, Spock died, but he came back. Same thing here. Isn't that great? It's like, no, it really isn't. Because we're going to end up with the exact same character we've had since the first episode. That's no if, buts, ands or anything about that. And they're trying to say, oh, the death scene was so emotional and stuff like that, and this is a fan favorite. No, she's not a fan favorite because nobody's watching the show to start with. She's one of the most irritating characters. And how could you feel emotional about a character who's done nothing to earn it? We've known her for 10 minutes. Literally, we've known this character for 10 minutes. She's no true interactions with anyone. The end of the episode, she walks back on to Starfleet Academy, and all these students you've never seen before are all like waving at her and smiling. It's like, oh my god, Sam's back. These would be the same people that in the first episode, when she's trying to say hello to people, are just ignoring her and walking past. It's like, wow. But they quickly flipped their switch on that one, didn't they? All of a sudden, it's like, get away from me, you freak, to, oh, Sam's back, yay. The inconsistency with everything in the show is ridiculous. The only character who seems to have actually remained consistent is Genesis. But Sam, the retarded hologram, is now Sam 2.0, the retarded hologram. And yet, I guarantee you in episode 9 and then episode 10, we're going to be introduced to the exact same scene-chewing, annoying, retarded hologram, who's just going to be like, ooh, pick me, and I'm special, and all this shit, and we're just going to be like, yeah, what exactly did you kill off? Because remember, and this is how they're probably going to get away with it, she now has 2 sets of memories. Her first life and the second life, which made no sense when they specifically said she cannot be fixed. The memories are corrupted and stuff like that. So, yeah, they've just created a new problem. They've already had the problem with one, a hologram that could breathe underwater, that was having to do exercise. that seemingly was going to go for a shower, that has to sleep, did all these stupid things, and who could transport, who could show up with solid objects, all of this type of stuff. I already covered a video on that, which I'll link in the description. And now we've got 2.0 Sam, the retarded hologram, and we're probably going to have even more problems. She'll probably cry, which she did in this last episode, which is, so did the Doctor. It's like, how can the hologram cry? And then the fact that she was able to get shot in episode 6, when we clearly were shown that she couldn't get shot. It made no sense. It's going to make no sense. And now they've got an all new problem because they've just introduced a new version of this character. And yet I guarantee you, we're going to have the same old version that we've had for the past 8 episodes. But there you go, guys. That's the whole issue now with Sam, the retarded hologram 2.0. Double the retardation, I suppose. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like and share and subscribe. Hit the hype button. Check out memberships. All that good stuff. Cheers. I'll catch you in the next one.